everyone, it's Gecko Life, and today we are going to discuss 20 interesting facts about leopard geckos. The binomial name of leopard gecko is Eubepharis. It's from Greek and means good eyelids. The species name Macularius is from Latin and refers to their spot. Leopard geckos are part of Geckonidae family and are further classified into subfamily Eubepharinae. All geckos in Eubepharinae subfamily are unique in that they all have eyelids. This might come as a surprise, but yes, leopard geckos can bark. When threatened, they use a voice very similar to small bark. It's more like a screeching sound. I wish I could show you a video, but none of my geckos ever felt threatened or started barking. But I've seen some videos on YouTube where you can see some small young leopard geckos barking when they are actually afraid. Leopard geckos are terrestrial species, so spend the majority of their life on the ground. Their natural habitat includes grasslands and arid desert, which are both dry and rocky. Leopard geckos are found throughout northwest India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, and southern Asia. Leopard geckos pee and poop at the same time. They excrete nitrogenous waste in solid crystal form as uric acid instead as urine. So if you see very closely, you will see there is a brown um, part in their poop and there is a white part. The white is actually the urine. Leopard geckos have very strong eyesight. Their eyesight is comparable to cats. Geckos can see better than any other lizard whose vision has ever been studied. Skin shedding is very common in reptiles. Leopard geckos actually eat their own skin after shedding. It's a defense mechanism that keeps potential predators unaware of their presence. It's also an excellent source of minerals. Leopard geckos will shed their skin every 6 to 8 weeks, more often for juveniles. Be mindful of the fact that leopard geckos are going to change their skin color. They shed every 6 to 8 weeks, and with every shed, they slightly change their color. So the gecko might be really dark in colors when they are young, but as they grow older, they might lose the spots from their body with every shedding. Leopard geckos usually live from 15 to 20 years of age, but some Leos have lived to be more than 30 years of age. One of the most fascinating things about leopard gecko, which separate it from other geckos from the same family, is that they have eyelids. They can uh, blink, and while sleeping, they can actually close their eyes. Leopard gecko can break their tails off like most other lizards. This is usually caused by poor handling or by fighting with other geckos. The tails will grow back, but they will never be the same. It's usually shorter, thicker, less smoother, and less colorful than the original one. Like I said earlier as well, it's a very interesting fact that geckos store fat and metabolic water in their tails. That's the reason the tail is uh, very fat. If it's a healthy gecko, the tail is going to be fat, and that's actually a good thing. That's one thing you should always look for when you're buying a new gecko. The tail should be um, long and thick. That's a good thing for a gecko. Another very interesting fact that leopard geckos do not have a sex chromosome in their body. The temperature of the eggs determine the gender of the hatchlings. At 80 degrees, most will be females. At 91 degrees, most will be males. And if you keep the eggs at 86 degrees, you can have 50-50 of both. Leopard geckos have long, slippery tongue, and they use their tongue to clean their eyes because they have eyelets and they do not have eye skin covering their eye. So it's very important for them to keep the eyes clean. And I guess that's why they have evolved in such a way that they have a long tongue and they can actually clean their eye, and it looks really funny.
Yeah,
Leopard
you
geckos are
saw it.
carnivorous
Yeah,
in nature and they
go
eat
for it.
live
Yes.
insects. Uh,
Yeah,
I have tried
very
feeding my
nice.
geckos frozen mealworms,
Wow.
but I guess they like stimulation. So if your insect is moving, that will attract your gecko more. It is believed that leopard geckos can't see red color. Uh, Scientists say that leopard geckos do not have, um, I'm sure of the right word, but that does not recognize, their eyes do not register red color. Lizards are known to have sticky pads. One of the interesting thing about lizard is they can actually walk on the roof and not fall. But in leopard gecko's case, it's completely different. They do not have sticky pads. Instead, they have claws. If you take a leopard gecko in your hand and leopard gecko walks on your skin, you can actually feel their nails. If you have a healthy gecko, you will notice that under the armpits of your leopard gecko, you have small bubbles. Uh, those bubbles are again a storage point for them, and they store calcium in those bubbles. So if you have a healthy gecko, you will have those bubbles, and don't worry about them. They are actually very, very good for leopard geckos. Only the healthy ones will have those. Okay, I wanted to cover this in another video, but because it is an interesting thing and everyone should be aware of it, I'm putting it right here. It's called metabolic bone disease, and this is because of the deficiency of calcium and vitamin in your geckos. People do not understand the fact that only feeding them mealworms and cricket is not sufficient. They need calcium and vitamin, and if you do not feed them calcium and vitamin in on regular basis, they are going to get deficient, and then they'll start having diseases which they get if they do not have enough calcium and vitamin in their body. One of the disease is metabolic bone disease, where you will see their jaw will drop, their limbs will get really, really, fragile. They won't be able to walk. They'll start crawling on the ground, and it's pretty much non-reversible. Another big problem with leopard geckos is sticktail disease. I'm not sure what is the scientific name of it, but I'm planning to do a big video about that as well, because I've seen a lot of geckos suffering from sticktail disease. Last but not the least, the very, very interesting thing about leopard geckos is they are beginner reptiles. They are the cutest pet ever. They seldom bite, so don't be afraid that they are going to bite you. They are not poisonous. I cannot stress it enough. A lot of people talk to me, all my friends ask me why I have leopard geckos. They are poisonous. No, they are not. They are not poisonous. They are very, very safe. They can be a very, very good pet, and they look super cute, so go get one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, you want me to do a video about a specific subject or a topic about leopard geckos, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.